Okay, Islam Sheikh Dwayne Bey. It is February the 9th, 2026, and I'm going to exercise for about approximately 30 minutes. I'm going to start off a little bit slower than that. So, okay, that's on. This is not. Hold on. Quick stop. Okay. Okay. For whatever reason, the Wi-Fi, Monty and I, we pay for our own Wi-Fi, but it's not coming on. So let me see. It's asking us to sign up for a pass here. Don't know why. Let me stop and ask what's going on, because it should be like when I came down here yesterday, the Wi-Fi worked. So I'm assuming I was connected to our Wi-Fi. I didn't have to pay extra money. Okay, it's back on. It looks. Anyway, it's February the 9th, 2026, and it's approximately 12:19. So I'm only going to be able to exercise for a little while. And now it seems to be like really slow. So being among humanoid AI, that sex traffic, you might experience things like this. That the United States government, that's unnaturalized, used to sex traffic through banking systems that are corrupt. Some banking systems might not even know what's going on, because it's easy to send codes without a banking system knowing, I think. But if they have AI, they should know, but I'm not going to accuse them. But if you're in an area where the humanoid AI and other lab freaks are involved in sex trafficking, human trafficking, and other forms of criminal activities, especially if the military, that's unnaturalized, Navy, Army, are definitely involved, then you might experience odd behavior with Wi-Fi. And definitely money being stolen out your account. So you have to be very, very careful, because the goal in sex trafficking, when they're not able to, is to get a person to a point where they're subjugated mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially, where they will lay down with one of the lab freaks. Lay down with the lab freak. If the lab freak has STDs, which predominantly of them do, then they're spreading the STD to you. And this is probably why Annapolis has a reputation of having a high rate of STDs. Because too many have laid down with the infected lab freaks. Immigrants that come over here that are lab animals, humanoid AI, they laying down with them. Those that are from here, or they want to say homegrown, they laying down with them. And they all mixing together. And the reason why the lab freaks keep saying we the same, that's another form of subjugation. Because the object is to lay down with them. To lay down with the lab freak. Sex traffic, allow yourself to be sex trafficked with the lab freak. That's why they keep saying we the same. That is the goal, that's the agenda. Sex traffic with the infected, filthy, abomination lab animal. And this is why they attack the health. So if you are healthy and they trying to sex traffic, think about how many that's been sex trafficked or laying down with the lab animals that are unhealthy, that are recycled constantly in the medical system. And so this is where the immigrants come very handy for the United States government that are criminal and unnatural. Because the immigrant, if they already made plans for South Central America with different countries, this is just a hypothetical thought. And say, when these people come over here to our country, make sure they're trained mentally, and because they are already some form of a beast. They could be from other places, not just South Central America, Mexico. This is a hypothetical thought, to make the citizens here sick. And eventually, while you're doing that, and you're sending money back to your country, sending money back to wherever you come from, because our dollar bill is worth a lot more. When you send it back, we'll help raise your people up in our country and make it seem as though you are more intelligent, more financially stable, and the inhabitants that we have allowed you to prey upon will be suffering health, physically, mentally, spiritually, and physically, financially. Isn't that something? So it's not a mistake that I'm in Annapolis with the military that's unnaturalized prevalent here. And I experienced 4 sharp pains. Okay, and now I'm gonna, because I don't have as much time as I did yesterday, I'm gonna bring down my heart rate. To try to see which one I want to bring down my heart rate with. There's nothing like melanated, deep, dark, melanated music. That rhythm. I'm so thankful to be born here and be in the mix, I should say. Not just born here, but be in the mix and be in my culture. I'm so happy to be, I have race pride. I don't look at others and get jealous and want what they have, because we got it all here. There's nothing they can give us. Go ahead, do what you like. I'm singing a song. There's no way I would deal with something that's not like me. And you don't know how little and low life they are until you're able to see truth and what they have done to try to take what's not theirs and make it their own. I guess when we, as a race of people, truly embrace that truth, we will be able to go to the next ascension of thoughts, not just with pride, because pride is okay, but with humility, so we don't make the same mistakes we made before. Because the reason why the lab freaks that are immigrants or other places behave the way they do is because what we did. The reason why they are terrorists, they are rapists, molesters, thieves, and they literally are here to kill and destroy, that's unnatural and unclean in spirit, it's because of what we did. So as a race of people, when we embrace truth in all aspects, we will begin to heal. individually, which overall will raise the frequency of the planet Earth and harmonize with the cosmos. Because through the spirit of truth, which is law, has always been, has never not been, we will be able to raise our frequency, free ourselves, and heal. Islam Sheikh Dwayne Bey.